West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.
Yep. Live watch along, people. First session. Yeah, we're going to do the first session because done know. It's 9:30 p.m. in the United Kingdom. So I reckon 2 hours of the first session, rain notwithstanding, takes us to 11:30, and then I can go to my bed and I'll peace out and let the rest of you watch day two of the test match. I might stay, do you know what? Actually, I might stay awake till about midnight, maybe watch the first hour of the second session. If this is the first time you've ever come across a Caribbean Cricket Podcast, I'm on half the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, Machel St. Patrick Hewitt, and thank you for joining today's watch along. Couldn't do day one because I was at a gig, but I'm live and direct for day two. We start again, day two. Some people tell me, no, Mash, it's going to rain. We're not going to get any cricket. You don't know what you're talking about. So New Zealand yesterday, 231 for 9. Wickets shared out amongst everyone. Kemar Roach got 2. Jaden Seals 2. No, I might have that wrong, actually. Justin Graves 2. Roston Chase 1. Johan Lane 1. That's 4. Jaden Seals, OJ Shields 2. That's 6. Did Roach get 2? Roach 2, and then Jaden Seals 1. So shared out amongst them. Obviously, overcast conditions again today. So most Jaden Seals is starting to Duffy, and he's immediately on the money. That one climbs on Duffy and pops out onto the onside, no run. Yeah, so most people are saying because it was overcast and 231 to the West. It's like, so these 231 runs that the Kiwis have made is the equivalent of West Indies making, 350 on any given day. So most people are assuming that when we come to bat that we are going to get absolutely taken there by the Kiwi bowling lineup that obviously knows their own conditions better. And because the sun hasn't come out, I'm not expecting conditions to get any easier. So it's definitely going to be one hell of an examination. Oh, bloody hell. You know that ball that I said climbed up on Duffy? Physio's come out. Maybe it wrapped him on his hand. Yes. Bruck down his hand, yes. If we can bruck down a bowler, that's one less threat to face. Well, it's a concussion test. Oh, sugar. I thought it bruck up his hand, but it was a concussion test. I thought that just wrapped him on his glove. Let's see what's going on here now. Let me see a replay of that ball. Oh, snap. It rolls up into his grill. I didn't even realize. Right up in his grill. I thought it hit his gloves, but no, when rolls right into his grill. Duffy kind of put his head down. Goes protected by the grill. Was it Folks? It was Folks. It wasn't Duffy. I don't even know who Folks is. I have no idea who this guy is. Like the live, share the live, subscribe. Hit the notification bell, all of that. Seals, and again, we've only had one ball. In again after that concussion test to Folks. Brings out the bounce and no run. Nothing beats a cool glass of water. So we got just one slip and a gully. It's interesting to tail enders. They must be going short. One slip and a gully and a short leg in. It must be the short ball. Let's see what Jaden Seals does here. Straight. Has he gone? Nicked it. Gone. That's the end of the innings. 200. Oh, he's reviewed it. Hold on. What's going on here? So Folks is walking. That was ridiculous cricket. So that one strangled down the leg side. Folks walked across his wicket. Seals bowled it. It was angling. If Folks had stood still, it was angling down leg. Could have been left alone. Folks has played at it. Imlach says it's caught. Umpire's given it, but Folks has then reviewed it and then walked off. So let's see what this is all about then. So strangled down leg. Folks walks across his stumps. Yeah, he's gloved that. He's gloved that behind to Imlach. Umpire on the field has called it. Just going to wait for VAR to confirm that that was a nick off the glove. And first over, it took 3 balls to dismantle the Kiwis' innings. That's off his gloves. Here we go. Was I right? Oh, no, it's off the bat, not even the gloves. Big inside edge. Why did you review that? Anyways, that's it. So 231 all out. Took 3 balls. That is the end of the Kiwi innings. So New Zealand's all out for 2-3-1. That was quick. We took them there. They got taken there. Now we can all sit in for the crisis that is going to be our batting. If you watched our review show earlier today, I said that I thought that West Indies would make 400 runs. Santoki said 180. So let's wait to see now what happens. So New Zealand's all out for 2-3-1. Let me see if Santoki's updated Twitter. So did Seals get 2 or 3? Yeah, 2 for Seals, 2 for Roach, 2 for Graves, 1 for Lane, 1 for Chase. Yeah, really shared out. Let's go for this. Roach 17 overs, 2 for 47. Seals 15.3 overs, 2 for 44. Lane 11 overs, 1 for 47. Shields 9 overs, 2 for 34. Graves 10 overs, 2 for 35. And Chase 8 overs, 1 for 13. So very much everybody playing a part and playing their role. Big up, Miss Grant. Big ups to you. Boomin Chug says if West Indies will take any sort of first innings, it's a big up for them. Let's just try get to 28 first. Was it Hackney who said it in the live show earlier on? Our first target is 28, and then we build from there. Okay, that's what we need to do. So let's just try to get to 28. Let me just update Twitter. All right, so I updated that. Vivek says, I don't see us taking the lead, unfortunately. We can but pray, though. We have to, if we don't have prayer, what else do we have? We have to pray. We have to pray that these guys can do something special. This is a rare chance and opportunity for these men to take a first innings lead away in New Zealand. I don't know how many chances we're going to get in this test tour, but this is a chance here. I know it's difficult to bat, but you do also have to remember some of those Kiwi wickets were given away, you know. Conway gave his away. Even just now, Folks gave his away. Bracewell gave his away. I'm sure there's some others that I'm thinking of. Wasn't Chase's a bit of a give? The wicket that Chase got was a giveaway. Banana Brooks says, what's the weather like? It's just overcast. It's just grey, but it's not raining. It's just very grey. Just very grey. If you'd like to join the Caribbean Cricket podcast Discord group, let me see if it's popping off in there right now, because I'm not sure how many people know that it started early today. You can become a patron. Just head to www.patreon.com/Carib Cricket. Sign up to become a patron for as little as $2, whatever your currency is, and that gets you access to our Patreon account, and that's where you will see people chatting right now. So yeah, they're all chatting off in there, doing their thing. Douglas Jardine says it's definitely not a 250 pitch. Bat once, bat big, no rush, play time that runs. Yeah, so I think this is what I'm saying. I think the Kiwis have left some runs out there. Not all of the dismissals were courtesy of good bowling. Remember, at one point the Kiwis were 97 for 1 and looking comfortable. So I am when Santoki asked me earlier and I said I think West Indies can make 400. Part of me was trolling, but there was another part of me which was thinking it's not a 250 pitch. Sure, it's not that bad a pitch, but obviously we can't bat, so time will tell. Guest count says I'm listening because I don't know if it's on the radio. I'm listening while on the road working. Yeah. Big up guest count. If you're wondering why I'm not saying anything, it's because we are at the innings changeover. Chanderpaul and Campbell have had to run in and go get themselves ready. Omar Burns says West Indies are going to be all out for 145. Let me keep my glasses because all I'm seeing is pure smears on all the lights and stuff. My glasses need cleaning. They're saying on comms that West Indies bowlers got a bit of deviation under the conditions. In the conditions, I should say. Right, glasses clean. I can see again. I'm alive again. Mohammed says, what's your review on OJ Shields? I thought he was loose up top. He only bowled 9 overs, which probably speaks to lack of conditioning and fitness at the highest level. So I am worried about his ability to last a 5-day test match, if it even goes 5 days, might be 4 days. So don't be surprised if OJ doesn't play all of the test matches because this is his first exposure to cricket at the highest level. Even Johan Lane, it's like neither one of those two is within their bodies are ready for this highest level of cricket. So it's going to be interesting to see. Like it wouldn't like Philip should come in for one of the test matches, you would think, because you're going to have to rotate that bowling lineup. The only one of the bowling attack that you can probably play in every test match is Jayden Seales, because he's used to cricket at this top level. Roach is 37 years old, so you almost feel like you've got to manage his body as well. So it's going to be very interesting how they rotate these bowlers over time. Snow Leopard says, what's your thoughts on West Indies being in the Olympics? I don't think they will be in the Olympics, to be honest. Chris says, do you think we can get a 50 this game or a century this series? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think we'll get a century this series because not all of the Kiwi wickets the conditions aren't always going to be like this. So I think it's inevitable that we get a 50 at some point. It's inevitable that we get a century at some point in this series. Yeah, so if you don't know people, so Blundell, Tom Blundell mashed up his hamstring. He mashed it up in the day one. Don't know how. Probably running or something. So Tom Latham is going to be wicket keeping for possibly the duration of the rest of this match, for all we know. Certainly for this innings. So Daryl Mitchell is the replacement or is the sub fielder. So we don't know what we're waiting for. Kiwi fielders even, inside the boundary rope waiting to get the signal. Chanderpaul is ready. Campbell is ready. I suspect we must be waiting on TV cameras maybe, or TV to give them the go-ahead to come out. Yep. Under-19s beat England 5-2. All I will say about that is obviously it's a fantastic result for the under-19s. I don't think it was England's full-strength side. I And also, I don't want to hear anything from people saying to me, so therefore now we should really look at promoting Vang Lang or Vittel laws or anything like that. Just let these youth men develop in and of themselves in their own time. And what Cricket West Indies should already be doing is thinking about the pathway for the best of this under-19 team. So naturally, the best of them, whether that be Jonathan Van Lang, Zachary Carter. Zachary Carter needs to lose weight, by the way. Whether like the next pathway for them should be to the West Indies academy setup. Firestarter says, I don't have confidence in our opening batters, especially on a wicket that's doing a bit. Yeah, neither do I. But let's see. Let's see. You never know. Nobody expected them to make 390 in the second innings in the Delhi test against India. So do you know what I mean? Like, let's just see. Naturally, we should all expect that they're going to shit down themselves, but you never know. So let's just see. Sorry, people, just in the Caribbean Cricket Podcast Discord. If you want to be in the Caribbean Cricket Podcast Discord, people, then become a patron. Yeah, Joshua Dawn. I've got Joshua Dawn. Guy for the future, I'll include him in the test team. What? Oh, stop it, please. Man can't even get into Barbados team and you're saying put him in the test team. Allow me. Allow it. Right, are we ready yet? It's taking bare time. Right. Nathan, Matt Henry has the board. It looks like we're just about to get underway. John Campbell is on strike. Can Campbell and Chanderpaul both score 10? Can one of them get into double figures? Let's start from there. What odds that someone's out before we've reached the 5th over? Let's see. Let's see what these two can do. There you go. First ball. Tucks it straight away, and Campbell is on the way. Tucks it into the onside, goes through for 1. He will not get a duck. Bring Chanderpaul on strike. Douglas Jardine says, what happened with De Silva? He seems to be doing reasonably well. Well, Uncles wanted De Silva out. It's so interesting to me that Uncles wanted De Silva out. Then as soon as he's out, now people demanding he come back in. So, I mean, Josh top scored or was one of the top scorers in the 4-day championship. So there's not much else he can do beyond do it again in next year's 4-day championship and make it impossible for Darren Sammy to ignore him. And I don't think he's away. I don't think he's too far away from being recalled. Kevem Hodge got a recall. Right, Chanderpaul on strike. Ooh, that's an uncomfortable way of playing that rising delivery, but negotiates it all the same. No run. J24589 says Chanderpaul will soak up enough balls, then get bowled down for less than 20. Fair. Fair. Adnan, West Indies just need one guy to get some runs. 3 partnerships of 70 plus. Oi! Did that drop short? Again. Chanderpaul fending at another one. So first 2 balls for Chanderpaul have been uncomfortable. Comes forward, squares him up and just drops short of second slip. Well, it's getting raunchy out there. I'm cleaning my hairbrush right now. Right, next ball. This time Tage negotiates that one comfortably. No run. Firestarter says Josh Dawn can't develop playing regional cricket in the Caribbean and standards are low. My friend, so what? You want him to go play Test cricket and allow me? Oi! And this time he plays inside the line. No run. Just looking at Chanderpaul's triggers, you can see why Chanderpaul gets squared up so much. If you look at his triggers, his foot triggers, that one again just beats his outside edge. Although you'll say he played inside it because Chanderpaul's so square on. I can see how easy it is to then square him up. Right, anyways, end of the first over. West Indies 1 without loss. Chanderpaul yet to score. John Campbell is on 1. I can see Chanderpaul being an edge to slip merchant here. I didn't like that first over from Matt Henry. It gave me heart palpitations. Who's this? Zach Folks will take the new ball. He's played 2 test matches and has an average of 8. Oh, sorry. He's taken his 9 wickets and an average of 8. I don't know much about this guy. Anyone know anything about Zach Folks? I don't study New Zealand cricket like that. Nick, gone. First wicket gone. That didn't take long. Zach Folks straight on the money. And John Campbell catches his outside edge straight to third slip. Gone. That didn't take long. We're getting taken there. Round the wicket. Do you know that's a brilliant delivery, though? It pitched and then moved away from Campbell. Right, still has a really good delivery, The movement was too much for Campbell. Yes, Campbell could have played straighter. Yes, he could have got maybe a bit more in behind the delivery, but the movement of it after it pitched. That was a classic. You're playing in overcast conditions and the ball's going to move. Yeah, it's long for us. We're going to get taken there. Let's see if we can get to 28. John Campbell must have watched my my batting masterclass on the weekend. That's why he got out. Right, so Athanaze in at 3. Folks, round the wicket to another left-hander. In behind it, Athanaze, no run. As Velton said, Folks did well against Zimbabwe, but he's a one-trick pony. Well, he took John Campbell there, so it's a good one trick to have. Ramel Watkins says, I'm at the gym. I can't follow this and ruin my mood. Yeah, listen, this one session that I'm doing this watch along for might actually be all we need to see West Indies get bowled down. Behind that, no run. Southpaw Man says West Indies are going to win this one. Behind it, no run. Bum Chum says Zach Folks is the upcoming star of New Zealand cricket. He was out due to injury before West Indies series. He's handy with the bat too. Well, he got 4, so I don't know about that. Chris says Athanaze is looking horrendous. I just think these guys are already struggling with the movement. De Silva is not in the scheme of things because he got dropped. Remember, he was dropped before Darren Sammy came in, Andre Kohli dropped him in Pakistan. Oh, that one pitches and moves away slightly. Athanaze with the tentative prod. Doesn't take the nick. No run. Final ball of the second over. Folks has won. Campbell out for one. Nick into third. Slip. Fuller delivery. Athanaze defends. End of the over. West Indies 1 for 1. One for one after 2. Like, share, subscribe, people. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We got 170 people in the live. It's 180 now, actually. 180 in the live watch along. I need to go get a yogurt from my fridge. So I need there to be a drinks break. TC says, I have you on speaker. TC's got me on the speaker. Henry to Chanderpaul, start of a new over. No run. Oh, no, quick one. I'll take a quick one. It was dabbed onto the onside. We moved to 2. We just need 26 more runs and we can breathe easy. West Indies 2 for 1. So J24589 says West Indies will be bowled down in 30 overs. All right, Athanaze on strike to Matt Henry. First time he's facing Matt Henry. This is the third over, people. I know the screen says 1 for 1. It's actually 2 for 1 now. Henry into Athanaze. Or don't know what Athanaze knew much about that. Catches the inner portion of the bat and squeezes itself out into the onside for... Did they come back for 2? Came back for 2. West Indies 4 for 1. Oh, is that why TC told me she's on the speaker? Was she trying to moderate what I will or won't say? Oh, that one's Fuller. Athanaze is beaten outside his off stump there. How much does a domestic cricket average in that room? So if you've got a franchise contract, if I'm not mistaken, hopefully there's somebody on their burner in this chat. But oh, that one nips in and catches him on the thigh pad. Just misses his giddy ghoulies. I think they make about 100,000 for a domestic franchise contract, maybe 75,000. Henry into Athanaze. That's down the leg side. Good field in there, or wicket keeping there by Latham. I swear people are saying 50k. I swear 75k at least. Yeah, US. 75 US. It's a professional contract, you know. Right. Short leg taken out, leg slip put in. Does that mean they're going on a leg stump line? Yes, they are. Oh, that pitches and beats Athanaze. Athanaze had no idea about that. No run. Bum Chum says it's 3:30 a.m. and I'm listening to your stream on iPad. I'm watching the game on TV. I'm missing my college class. You're missing your college class, West Indies. You're down horrendous right now. I'm eating lentil crisp. I know these lentils are going to make me run to the toilet within the next 2 hours. These lentils are going to bend up my stomach. Anyways, folks, start of a new over. Too much swing, too much movement. That's left there. $207 man in a row. The game needs to find the right line, folks. There, he's getting the movement, but he's pitching too wide of the off stumps, so Chanderpaul can leave them alone. All in one says, how much are CPL contracts? No one knows, because bare men are getting paid under the table, so who knows? Whoa! That one, right line there from folks, but Chanderpaul plays inside it, so we'll say. Oh, yeah, that's behind him. But in behind that one, Tage, no run. Right, Javan Martin says, Mash, what do you think of Kamar Roach's bowling? I just tuned in. So all Kamar did yesterday was show his experience. It doesn't matter that Kamar's only bowling at 83, 84 miles an hour. He has experience. He's played at the test level. He's played at the highest level for a long time. You can't beat experience. As long as you're still passable in most of your skill sets, experience will then elevate you further. So what was interesting about Kamar is look at someone like so look at OJ Shields and Johan Lane, for example. Now, some people might look at a Johan Lane in particular, maybe not so much OJ Shields, and say, oh, yeah, old man Kamar needs to move out the way for the young guys. Okay, cool. But check this out. And that's negotiated by Chanderpaul no run. That's the end of the over, 4th one after 4. And here's the difference. Kamar Roach, when he took the new ball yesterday, was on the money immediately. He didn't bowl a loosener. He didn't need 3, 4, 5 overs or 2 different spells before he got to grips with what was needed. That experience, he taps into that straight away and he's right on the money. And unless his skills have declined to a level lower than someone like a Johan Lane. Right now, you're playing people like Johan Lane based on potential, but Kamar Roach's level is higher than Johan Lane's potential, and we don't need to wait for Kamar Roach to bowl. Kamar Roach doesn't need to take 3 spells to find out his line and his length. So this is why when old uncles were saying to me earlier in the year, it's time for Kamar Roach to move aside, the same for what reason? Does that even make sense? We ain't blessed. Boy, is he gone? Has he gone? Is that straight? Is that just pad? Bloody hell, what a delivery. So that delivery from Matt Henry has just done Athanaze up. He's done him in, but he's just not taking the pad. I think it's deflected off. He's not taking the bat, sorry. So I think it's deflected off his thigh pad and taking that first slip. It's just been too good for Athanaze. High pace, in swing, no, outswinger, yeah. Athanaze tried to tuck it onto the leg side and it's just hit the thigh pads and gone to first slip. Bouncer, no run. Yeah, I don't think many of these guys can really. I'm not sure how much these guys can cope with these type of conditions, you know. 225 of you in the live. Big up yourselves. That's leg side again. Henry not getting his line right there, unless he's trying to bring the leg slip into... Unless he's trying to bring the leg slip into the equation. Yeah, if this is your first time coming across Caribbean Cricket Podcast, people, make sure you press that subscribe button. Since I started the live, at least 6 people have pressed the subscribe button. Full. Oh, Athanaze nearly chops on. Athanaze has got no idea what's going on out there. He's struggling. Tottenham just scored. That's what Santoki must be watching right now. Last minute equalizer. Yeah, Athanaze is just hanging out his bat there. He's batting like me. Too many. It looks like these batters actually. It looks like these batters actually watched my batting masterclass video, and now they're all over the place. Oh, that one wraps him on his pad again. No run. Athanaze just has to survive because it looks like it's long for him out there. Final ball of the 5th over, West Indies, 4 for 1. Campbell out for 1 earlier on, if you didn't know, caught a third slip. Oh, catches the inner portion of the bat, fielded. That's square leggish. And that's the end of the 5th over, 4 for 1. Will the pitch get better? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it's the pitch per se. It's just overcast conditions as well. If you're... Five overs in, 12... No, how long have... We've had about 40 minutes already? Is that right? Is that right? Am I mate? I think we've had about maybe 35 minutes of the session so far. Anyways, folks, new over into Chanderpaul. Oh, that's full. Chanderpaul defends. Into the covers, no run. Trevor Davis says West Indies need Batman. Yeah, they definitely need Batman. West Indies could do with Batman. We need somebody who can fight vigilantes, yes, or a vigilante fighter. Oh, he's got his angles wrong there, and Chanderpaul might pick up 4. Was that buys or bat? How many did they get for that? Just 1? Oh. Okay, leg by. Leg by, 1 run. Did he pull his bat away? The umpire says he went to play, then pulled his bat away. I thought he went... No, he's gone to play it. He just can't play it. It's just not good enough to play it. Anyways, Athanaze on strike, 5 for 1. Full. Dabs that into point. No run. This series is streaming at Prime Video, Fancode, and Sony Sports. Even when India plays, there's only 1 broadcaster. Cricket is a dumb sport, though. Cricket does its best to not gain new fans. So that doesn't surprise me at all. Andre audio visual. 2 wide, no run. Have you heard anything about a new batting coach? Someone messaged me the other week, actually, and told me the new batting coach is going to be Martin Guptill. I don't know how true that is, but I received a message the other day saying it will be Martin Guptill, so we'll see. Yash says, do you still stand by the fact that West Indies will score for 400? Yep. Yep, I do stand by it. Tucked into the leg side, and Athanaze will pick up 2 runs there. West Indies, end of the 6th over. West Indies 7. Could have gone for 3 there. West Indies 7-4-1. Oh, no, there's one more ball. I thought that was the end of the 6th. There's one more ball to go. Oh, nearly nicks off. Just beaten again. End of the 6th over, West Indies 7-4-1. We need a more accomplished coach than Martin Guptill. But what does that even mean, though? Like, we have to be careful when we say these things, people, because being a great of the game doesn't mean you're a good coach. Like, look at Gautam Gambhir, right? He's considered so Gautam Gambhir. I'm going to use him as an example. How much did he average in Test cricket again? So Gautam Gambhir, in his career, averaged. I'm younger than Gautam Gambhir, you know. Let me see this guy. So Gautam Gambhir, in his career, averaged 42 in Test match cricket, right? And he's a subpar coach. Like, all I want to, but he's got no coaching credentials, right? He's just a famous ex-cricketer. If it ends up being Martin Guptill, I don't care if it's Martin Guptill or not Martin Guptill. I just want the person who becomes batting coach to be somebody who knows what they're doing. And just because you yourself were good at cricket doesn't mean that you know how to impart any knowledge to the cricketers to become better. Henry, start of a new over. Given Chanderpaul too much width there, so come back for 2, I think. Or is it just 1? No, just 1. 8th one. Yeah, we need to get Alan Stanford out of prison. The most effective thing that we could do as people of the Caribbean is pool our resources together and go get Alan Stanford out of prison and just get him to reinvest in the cricket again. West Indies 8-1 after 6.3 overs. I want to go to bed, cuz. Oh, that one beats him outside the off stump again. Henry round the wicket, left alone by Athanaze. No run. Athanaze has faced 23 balls for his 4 runs. Chanderpaul 16 runs for 2. Didn't John Buchanan? Who were the Aussies that coached us again? Bennett King. Who coached us back in the mid-2000s? Bennett King and who was that other Aussie coach? Bennett King and can anyone remind me who was the other? John Dyson? Yeah, John Dyson. Which was the one I didn't mind? I thought I didn't mind Dyson, you know. Which one? I know the players didn't like Bennett King. The players didn't like Bennett King, if I remember rightly. I thought they found him too, if I'm not mistaken, some of them found him to be too much of a hard taskmaster and like try to bring over like an Australian culture to the Caribbean. I could be wrong. And if I've got that wrong, people by all means correct me and say I need to fact fact check me. But if I'm not mistaken, they liked John Dyson's coaching style, but they couldn't stand Bennett King. I could be wrong. And then obviously Stuart Law took over when we decided to ditch all the senior players and pick Jason Holder and all of the Bayesian players instead. And Stuart Law did all right, to be fair. But yeah, John Dyson was the one who I thought had a really good rapport with the team, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, start of a new over. West Indies 8-1. And this is why I always say to people, when they say to me stuff like, we need to get this coach, we need to get that coach, we've tried everything. We've had 3 Aussies. We've had Richard Pybus. He was South African, wasn't he? We've had domestic people. Oh, again, that beats Chanderpaul outside the stump. Chanderpaul and Athanaze doing well just to still be there, to be honest. Yeah, these balls from Folks are just pitching, nibbling off the surface. Great seam. Pitching, just nibbling off the surface and just leaving the batter. Just the slightest deviation is enough on this. Chanderpaul will claim he's playing inside. He's just getting beaten though. Full, guided, stopped. Is that by Gully? What do you think of Carlin Bowen-Tuckett? I think he's a very good cricketer. Yeah, I've got a lot of time for Carlin Bowen-Tuckett. Bring back Monty Desai, be better than Floyd Reefer. But this is what I'm saying. Uncles used to cuss Monty Desai as well. Like, the thing is, uncles in the region will cuss anybody who comes in because nobody who comes in, we've moved to 9, by the way, nobody who comes in will be able to make any substantial improvement. The improvements you can make with the West Indies team are always going to be little small increments. And because little small increments ain't sexy, and because little small increments, you can't really quantify them over time, it just leads to uncles cussing out the next person and the next person. This is why I'm saying that we need to divest from uncles in the Caribbean. Folks round the wicket to Athanaze. Left alone, no run. That's the end of the over. West Indies 9-1 after... Was that the end of the over? No, one more to go. Fast track duel to the test team. Yuck. $270 people in the live. How many of you have pressed like, share, subscribe, etc.? Since the live started, we've gained 10 new subscribers. Left alone. That is the end of the over. 8 overs gone. West Indies 9-1. We're inching up on 28. $19 more runs and we will reach the promised land. Nothing's happening. What's this now? Is Henry continuing? Henry round the wicket to Chanderpaul. We'll get a run there. Turns it round the corner for 1. West Indies moving to double figures, 10-1. So guest account says I'll take 50 runs this session and 1 more wicket lost or no wickets lost. Go. Oh, is that a drop? Dropped. It was inevitable that at some point Athanaze would hang his bat outside your stump. He goes for the expansive drive, catches the outside edge, and I think it's shelled at second slip. Yes, dropped. It was regulation as well. He's supposed to catch that. It's gone into his mid drift. Yeah, it's gone into the hands, into the stomach, and out. I want to know why Athanaze was playing about 10 feet away from his body, though. Pressure must have bust pipe on Athanaze, because I have no idea why he went for that shot. You've left the balls alone outside your stump. Why are you suddenly driving so far away from your body? I should never have posted that masterclass video, you know. Men are batting like me. Oh, that one inducts viciously into Athanaze. Negotiates it well, to be fair. Can you confirm which West Indian Test one-day batter does not own a bowling machine? All of them. Oh, again, what's that wrapped? What's that wrapped? What's that mashed up off Athanaze? What is that? What's that come off? Is it his glove? What did that just mash up? Something off his gloves. I'm not sure what. Yeah, that one wrapped Athanaze just on the lower portion of his wrist, I think. Oi, that would have hurt, cuz. Oh, it mash up his watch? Jaja. That ball just mash up Athanaze's watch. Was it? What was it? Next ball. Oi, Athanaze is on the big drive again. Inside edge, skews into the onside, no run. Is that the end of the over? 10 for 1 after 9. This is slow going, boy. I need to go to the kitchen and go get myself a yogurt. I bought some mango yogurts. I need to go eat one because I'm getting tired out here. How long have I been sitting in this seat now? I think we're coming up to an hour. 53 minutes since I started the live. It looks like another hour to go before this session is over. I might go bed after that session, because folks, to continue. Big bouncer left alone. Sways inside it. Athanaze leaves it alone. Hackney says, Mash, you batted in better facilities in your masterclass than what West Indies players have access to. True. And can I just say something about that batting masterclass? Because loads of people, like, thing is, right, check this out. That video. So I went to the net with Rising Bowler's dad, and Sean. And I'll get back to that in a minute. So when that full video comes out, the whole point of that net session, which you obviously will show you the edited version for on the channel, is the challenge we did, and I haven't seen the full edit yet, but the challenge we did is that we started at 50 miles an hour and went up in 5 mile an hour increments to put together a video of how hard it is to play pace. I'll get to that in a minute. Oh, leaves him again, plays inside it. Yeah, so how hard it is to play pace. And I need to tell you lot something. I'm sure it's obvious, I've never played cricket, you know, formally. I've played one cricket match in my entire life, right? when I was a kid, I played football all the time. I played one cricket match in my entire life. So, and when I did play cricket, I bowled. I didn't bat. Anyways, 1 second. That's onto his pads, but that won't beat mid wicket, short mid wicket, no run. So, anyways, we edited it, and Rising Bowler's dad put together an edit of that edit that we put out, because like loads of people said to me, "Oh, Mash, you don't know how to play cricket," and in my head I was thinking, I've just posted a deliberate edit of me looking shit. Don't you think I know that? Like, I'm the one who posted it. I could have posted an edit of me looking good. But I've deliberately put the edit up of me looking like I'm an absolute shithound. And I was just thinking to myself, don't people get it? That's the joke. But anyways, so anyways, going back to the actual point though, that playing the bowling machine in the nets is no joke, cuz when Rising Bowler's dad puts the full edit together, there's a few at one point I went in the nets and played. We cranked it up to 90. And so they've got some video of me trying to play 90-mile-an-hour Yorkers, cuz it's no joke out there. It's no joke. 90-mile-an-hour Yorkers, cuz I was fearing for my life. But yeah, when it was like 65 or 70, I was so there's edited footage of me just defending balls quite comfortably. But why would I put that up? That's not interesting. Anyways, Machel Douglas says Athanaze needs to read the game better. Henry's New Zealand's key bowler, and he probably only has 1 or 2 overs left. Just leave some of these wide deliveries alone. Don't give Henry any wickets his first spell. Yep. You fighting with yourself. Either they see out the shine from the hard new ball in these conditions or play shots. The ball is new. It's doing a lot. Oh, that's why that leg slip is in there. Turns around the corner, Athanaze, but all along the floor, fielded. Do you know what though? As much as Athanaze and Chanderpaul look like they're all at sea here, they are still actually there. Like, if Henry's going to bowl those ones outside off stump looking for some swing, but it's like on the 8th stump line, fine, just leave it. Because Henry has to come off at some point. He's bowled. This is his 6th over. He's probably only got, at best, 1 over left. Just coming up to 300 people in the live, 294. If this is the first time you've ever come across Caribbean Cricket Podcast, make sure you press that like, share, subscribe, notification, all of that. Inside the edge, bowls down his stumps. It was coming at some point, I guess. Let's deconstruct that one. Did Athanaze go on the big drive and get the inside edge, or did it just do him? Length, in swing, not even an inside edge, just does him. Through the gate, just does him. He finally got the ball probably in the area to get that in-swinger to do serious damage. And Athanaze, after facing 34 balls, is gone for 4. Yeah, it's a long day. Who's out next? Is it Shay? Yeah, so Shay Hope comes out now. Sorry, people, I'm just updating Twitter. Right, so did I just see Hope come out with shades on? Let me just go get my yogurt, cuz. Jeffrey Smith says, apologize to OJ Shields. Apologize for what? Allow me, cuz. $322 man in the live. First ball to Hope. Ooh, there's a bit of movement there. How raunchy. Nip backer misses the off stump. So is Shay wearing shades because it helps with the... Is he wearing shades because of... I know it's overcast, but like some reflections of something. Oi! Leaves his bat out there fishing outside the off stump. No run. We're still 18 runs away from the promised land. Anyone who's ever worn shades batting, like what would be the justification in these conditions? Oh, nearly bowls him down, end of the over. 11 overs gone. West Indies in 10 for 2. 313 man in the live. Let's see how many have pressed subscribe. Since the stream started, we have gained 14 subscribers. Allow me, you lot. 324 man in the stream and only 14 subscribers. How many likes? Does anyone know how many likes is going on right now? I can't tell, or maybe I can. So are we to assume that New Zealand will be batting before the end of today? Are we to assume that? Because it's kind of looking like that. It looks like we're going to get taken there. Folks, continue. 6th over. His lines since the first over or so, his lines not making the batters play here. Chanderpaul happy to leave. Chanderpaul has faced 28 balls for his 4. 28 balls for his 4. Bukaki team. All right, folks, again, second ball of his 6th over. He's gone over the wicket now to Chanderpaul. Ooh, it's a nice little lift carrier movement there. But again, Chanderpaul drops his hands inside it. No run. Oi, look at that movement, cuzzy. That's moved to go in and then come back out. How's he even doing that, cuz? Did you not just see that delivery from Folks? It pitched. He's gone over the wicket to Chanderpaul. It's pitched like it's going to in swing on him and then moved out swing on him. How the hell's he done that? What type of sorcery was that? This Sack Folks guy doing witchcraft, doing some witchcraft obia sorcery. Anyways, in he comes again. Whee-ah! Look at the movement, cuz. Thing is, if it is just genuine wobble seam, that means Folks has no idea what's going to happen. If it's as simple as just saying wobble swing, then he's just pitching the ball. I'm not convinced then that because like, so Samuel Kane is saying it's called swing. Obviously it's called swing, bro. What do you think? But the point is it swung to go in, then swang to go out. Like, if that's not intentional, Big LBW shout, no chance. No chance. Too high, down leg. Well, they're reviewing that. Oh, sugar. They're reviewing it. I thought that was just too high and going down leg. I guess they can afford to review it as well. Like, we're on the ropes here. So what's this? I assumed going down leg and too high, but let's now see. Come on, that's got to be too high. Surely, remember it was given not out on the field. It's hit him right on the top of the pad. No inside edge, so surely it can't. It's surely on the height that can't be given out. Let's see what ball tracking says. Yeah, come on. Foolishness. Umpire's called. Mash, do you think Hodge would make a difference on this pitch? No one would. We don't have the batters. We don't, like, you can call any name. And the first, we've got one more ball left of this Folks over. Did they just, oh, it's umpire's review, so they didn't burn their, review. No run. Right, end of the over. 12 overs gone, 10 for 2. Yeah, so the first thing that makes me suspicious of anybody who claims to be a West Indian fan, and usually it's the uncles that say it, the minute somebody says to me as a West Indian fan, we should call up this person or we should call up that person, my eyes immediately glaze over and I basically stop listening to them, because my thing has always been clear. There are no answers. And any West Indian fan who tries to tell you that there are answers in terms of just pure player selection is a dunce. There's no answers out there. You can pick other people, don't get me wrong, you can pick other people, but expecting them to provide any, with the bat, we're talking pure about batters here, but to expect them to do anything significantly different to what we already see is a nonsense. But all that said, I would have played Hodge. Ooh, Shea has to duck under that one. Yes, I posted the short of me saying that Shea Hope is going to be is going to be our greatest ODI player, and I had a whole bunch of uncles come for me. Whole bunch of uncles came for me saying, "How dare you? Viv is the greatest that ever did it." And I just kept replying back to all of them saying, "Viv played in a world-class team. I'm not denying that Viv Richards is one of, if potentially our greatest batter of all time across tests and ODIs altogether." I was specifically one talking about ODIs only in terms of Shea. But two, you cannot, it's like the Virat Kohli argument for me. People like Virat and Viv, it is easier. Oh, pitch is outside off. Hope is, don't know what he's doing, but it looks like he's fishing. But anyways, no run. My argument is this: Virat and players like Virat and Viv Richards are greats and rightly recognised as greats and should be celebrated as greats. But it is easier to be great in a great team than it is to be great in a shit team. Shai Hope will go through his whole West Indies career having never played in a good team at any point in his whole career. And as I say that, Shai Hope gets off the mark, dabs that onto the onside. In fact, he comes back for 2. First time he scored runs in ages. West Indies 12 for 2. So that's my argument. And that doesn't mean that Viv couldn't play in this present day West Indies ODI team and still be a great. But the context of Shai being a great is he's doing it with no support. None. Zero. Innings after innings, match after match, he's doing it with zero support in the team. And I think that context is super important. Oh, pitches leaves him. No run. It's super difficult to bat out there, people. As crap as we are, let's not get this twisted. They're getting a serious examination. Remember, they've just come from, that's the end of the 13th over, by the way. Remember, they've just come from India. You think the balls are pitching, bouncing, swinging, lifting like this? Yes. 12 for 2 of 13. Folks continues into his 7th over. Full swings away, no run. How long till lunch? About 40 minutes, maybe. Folks again round the wicket. Oh, along the ground, catches the edge, no run. Yeah, there's a proper examination. This. Yeah, good point for Majid. Majid Khan says Williamson, who's a home bully, struggled for his 50. If we get a player to score 35, that's a huge number. I kind of hear that, you know. Left alone by Tage, no run. Josh Dawn is a generational talent. Behave yourself. West Indies 12 for 2 from 13.3 overs. Hope is on 2 from 9 balls. Chanderpaul 4 from 36 balls. Quick single there. A run. Bloody hell. West Indies move to 13. Tage gets his 5th run. This is an interesting thing because Folks has bowled, frankly, some unplayable deliveries, but then he goes through a bit of a spell where he bowls really wide off stump and it's comfortable for the players to just leave. Oh, it's bowled a no ball, in fact. Over the wicket to Hope. Bit of in swing there. Hope defends, no run. Oh, is that? I didn't know that. That's news for me. So I know there was some inauguration today in St. Vincent and Grenadine. So has Good Friday made him his tourism minister? Is that facts? Have you got any link to that story? Final ball of Folks' seventh over. In swinger. It's well played by Hope. In fact, dries that. That's well met with the full face of the bat, in fact, by Hope. Picks up a couple. It's well timed. End of the 14th over. West Indies are 16 for 2. Shea Hope is on 4. And Tajan Chanderpaul is on 5. Sorry, people, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just updating Twitter. And also, there's a bit of a drinks break, so nothing's happening. Oh, was it a drinks break? No. Did they just come out to help Hope? They're talking about hay fever. So they're saying that Hope is wearing shades because he's got hay fever. Anyways, we finally got underway. Matt Henry is continuing into his 8th over round the wicket to Tage, who is forward and defends. Back over the wicket now, Henry. Bit straighter. And Chanderpaul tucks that into the onside for no run. Imran Jan says, what is my total for West Indies? 400 runs, sir. Ducks underneath that, no run. What do you think of Ford playing in this series? Part of me was hoping he would have been a bombshell pick. So I think I said it. I can't remember. I think I said it in a recent video. I went to the press con. Oh god! I went to the Test match press conference with Darren Sammy, and I'd indicated that I wanted to ask him a question, and that was the question I was going to ask him about that was a question that I wanted to ask him to find out if Matthew Ford had come into consideration or not. And because all the journalists were taking ages just waffling on about foolishness, it got to like a minute. It got into the like an hour into the press conference, and I still hadn't got to ask my question. I just left the press conference and turned it off. Fatty says, are people in the chat just watching this but not the match live? You have to ask them. I don't know what they're doing, Fatty. End of the over, round the wicket, left alone, no run. Chanderpaul is happy. I don't know how many of you are, however you're watching this, whether you've got your own stream or whether you're just listening to me talk about this. I don't know. Some people just like to do watch-alongs and watch-alongs, right? If you don't know about Chanderpaul, that man will stay there and play inside the line of wide balls. Whereas Athanaze is addicted to driving at the ball outside the off stump. Chanderpaul will just tuck his bat inside the line for another 43 balls, and he won't care if he only scores 4 runs. So right now, Chanderpaul is 5 from 43 balls. Do not be surprised if he's still there 43 balls more later. Don't be surprised if Tage is only on 12 runs. So he'd be 12 from what, 86 balls. Like, this man don't care. Like, he'll go at snail's pace if needed. Big up Freetown, Antigua. 333 women are in the live. Big up Chris Gell, triple century. Uh, 333 in the live. How many of you have pressed subscribe? How many of you have pressed like? How many of you have shared? How many have hit the notification bell? How many, cuz? Rest in peace to Robin Smith. Tragic passing at the age of 62 earlier today. Yeah, so that going back to that Kishore Shallow news, can you be an acting minister in a government? How's he gonna? Like I said, I think I've already made it clear that I expect him to stand down from Cricket West Indies. But how do you do a full ministerial position whilst also leading, whilst also being president of Cricket West Indies? That's not about whether I think it's conflict of interest. I just don't think you can juggle the two jobs. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. Are they having another drinks break? Fam, I'm going to go get a yogurt because these men are just talking. I don't know what's going on. If Rutherford was available, would you take the gamble and pick him in the test team? Nope. Imran says, if Kishore stands down, who will be the next president of Cricket West Indies? All I know is it better not be Asim Basaraf. That's all I know. It can't be him. I will personally protest and use my platform to say impossible. It cannot be him. But I'm going to stand as an independent candidate. Oh, left alone there. Left alone by Hope. No run. Oh, Nathan Smith. So Nathan Smith has replaced who? Zach Folks. Good shape there by Smith. Good leave by Hope. So start of the 16th over. Nathan Smith just in for his first spell. West Indies 16 for 2. About half an hour away from lunch, I think. Oh, Hope is after that one. Beautiful shot. Into the drive. They may actually haul this in. It's slowed up in the outfield. That was slowing up on the outfield. Picks up 3, though. That's the first actual good shot in the match. Sheldon says, what is the beef with Azim? Come on, man. Respectfully. Azim Basaraf has had he's caught too many allegations and cases. And whilst Azim could easily say, I've never been found guilty of anything, that's what crooks say. You can't have pure cases and allegations on you and they're all not true. Like, come on, man. Respectful. And I say that respectfully. Catching pure cases. Oh, dropped at leg slip. Chanderpaul turns it round the corner. That leg slip's been there pretty much the whole match. The plan nearly came to fruition. Smith round the wicket. Chanderpaul tucks it round the corner aerially. He maybe forgot that the leg slip was there. And Conway does the full goalkeeper dive and spills it. Second drop. Who got dropped earlier on? Was it Athanaze who got dropped earlier on? Or was that Chanderpaul as well? Little dab into the offside. They'll come through one. Does anyone remember who got dropped at third slip earlier on? Was that Athanaze or was that Chanderpaul? Hope back on strike. Again, nice little in swing there from Nathan Smith. Hope defends it, no run. Right, Smith, final ball of his first over. So he's induced the drop off for Chanderpaul. Smith into Hope. Hope draws his bat away and is able to guide that past Gully. They'll come back for 2, possibly 3. Might get a third here. Hope likes to run hard, so only 2. End of the over. End of the 16th over. West Indies 22 for 2. Hope is on 9. Chanderpaul is on 6. Yeah, St. Lucia under 23s are playing Dominica under 23s in 3 50-over matches and 1 4-day match. So yeah, I was saying in the Caribbean Cricket Discord, I was saying in the Caribbean Cricket Podcast Discord earlier today that this is what the regional cricket boards need to be doing. Stop waiting for people to tell you what to do. Trinidad, to be fair to the TTCB, they also have an under 23 tournament starting. Is it this week or is it next week? and every single territory should be running its own under-23 tournament, because that is the age group where the players go missing. It doesn't matter if you're good at under-19 level. Let's say you're good at under-19 level and then you don't get into the West Indies Academy. The cricket boards around the region are so crap at developing players, right? So we just lose them. Bear man get lost in the Bermuda Triangle between the ages of 19 to 24. So every regional cricket board should be running an under-23 tournament of some sort. Duffy. So Duffy has replaced. Anyway, it's double change. So Folks is off, Henry is off, and we now have Nathan Smith. And is it Jacob Duffy? Jason Holder's Test future seems like he's done. Although remember, West Indies did ask Jason Holder to come to India for the Test series. I can't remember who was injured. Or was it Bangladesh? Was it India? Who got injured? Oh yeah, because the fast bowlers got injured, and they asked Jason Holder to come, and he was like, "No, I'm having shoulder surgery," so he declined the invitation. Four balls of this Duffy over have already gone. I haven't even noticed any of them. Duffy again. I just realised, no, we've got about 50 minutes left of this session because they started half an hour earlier. So we're going to have a 2.5 hour session, aren't we? Yuck. Am I interested in Asian football? I lived in China for 6 months or so in 2012, around the time that Chinese football had that massive funding into their domestic. Basically, when Chinese football was Saudi Arabia before Saudi Arabian football. So I moved to defended into the offside, no run. Yes, I moved to China, lived out there, and I was living in Beijing. So I went to about 3 or 4 Beijing Guan games. That was the atmosphere for those Beijing Guan games was, I loved that stuff, man. So yeah, watched 3. I watched 3, I think, Chinese, like their top flight football Beijing Guan games, and then I watched a Asian Champions League game between Beijing Guan and Brisbane Roar, because obviously the Australian teams are Asian in that part of the world. They play in the Asian Champions League. Smith round the wicket to Chanderpaul, full. Chanderpaul is on the drive. Should get 2 here. Don't think he's got enough for 4. Might get no. Should get 3. Actually, might get 4. Oh, good fielding. I think he's got away with that there down on the boundary. So, wait, did they only run 2? Matt Henry was a fielder down there on the boundary rope. I think he stopped the boundary. Yeah, stopped the boundary. But how on earth did they only run 2? Did you experience any racism in China? Yeah, mad racism. Yeah, they only ran 2. That's a ridiculous piece of slow running. Smith over the wicket to Hope. Oh, beats him outside the stump. No run. Yeah, racism. Yeah. The thing that happened the most when I was in China was. Oh, no ball. The thing that happened most when I was in China is that people would keep taking pictures of me without my permission. And you'd see like lots of people just pointing. So I'd like be walking the streets of Beijing and people would just stop, stare, and point. They were pointing at me like I was Godzilla, and I was coming over to. Oh, what type of shot was that from Hope? What on earth was that? Hold on a minute. What was that? I don't know if Hope was on the drive. I don't know if he was trying to tuck it leg side. He lost all of his shape. He's struggling with the moving ball, though, Shay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, people are telling me they did run 3, not 2. Sorry. Yeah. So, anyway, so was it racism when the Chinese people were pointing at me? And do you know what? I actually like. Did I like people just randomly taking pictures of me? No. Did I see it as a conventional form of racism? No, because also I remember that I went into there was this one place I got on the train once in Beijing. Hope is playing a bit too loose here. I got on the train once in Beijing and went out to like a countryside part of China. And the further I got to the countryside, the more like it stopped being people taking pictures of me, and it was more people looking at me like this. Like, so I don't really call that racism. When people are looking at you with mouth wide open, that's because that's the first time they've seen a black man in real flesh. And at that time in my life, we're talking about 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, I had a huge afro. So imagine, oh, Hope is playing too far away from his body, too far. Yeah, so at that time, it was a black man. I didn't have my locks then. I had an afro. It was after I came out from China that I then went and locked my hair. But yeah, I was walking around like rural parts of China with a huge afro in areas where I don't think a black man had been in like years. So they literally looked at me like it reminded me of those episodes of like Godzilla. People were looking at me like I was Godzilla and I was just trampling on them and stuff. Punch, back foot punch by Holt. Finally gets one away through the covers. They'll come back for 2. West Indies move to 30. That's the end of the 18th over. Oh, 29. So, yeah. Holt moves into double figures. He's on 11. Ah! I just got mad cramp. Ah! Oh my God. How raunchy. Oh my God. The raunch. The raunch. Yuck. That one's on Tage's pads and he's tucked that leg side mid wicket region for 2. I gotta stretch out the raunch. Let me stretch out the raunch. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, the raunch. Fam. I was in agony just there. Hey, people, I'm coming back. Allow me. Fam, that was no joke what just happened to me there. I just had to do one serious piece of stretching. I've been sitting in this chair for an hour and 42 minutes, and the cramp I just got took me there. I got taken there just a minute ago. Oh my God. I thought my hamstring had gone, cuz I felt like I'd just gone down with a serious hamstring injury. Oh my God. Hey fam, have you not ever had that hamstring cramp? I had excruciating pain running through my hamstring. I thought I was about to collapse live on the stream. I was ready to collapse on the floor, you know. You lot just, all I can see is pure laughing emoji in the chat. These times agony was running up and down my hamstring, cuz. Oh my God. I'm a real uncle out here, you know. Oh my, just from sitting there, all I was doing was sitting down and my hamstring just took me there. Oh God. Is this what happens when you reach unk age? You're just getting injuries just from sitting down and minding your own business. Oh, I just got taken there. I had to go get my mango yogurt just to soothe my pain. I'm out here watching West Indies cricket, getting hamstring injuries. My loyalty knows no bounds. I'm risking everything for West Indies cricket, collecting hamstring injuries, staying up late, risking everything for these men. Right, we're back in. Oi, that one beats how Paul ends up. Drew him forward and then beaten. I'll answer that question in a minute, bum chum. So oi, Hope hopping like he's doing two-step on the crease. He's this indeterminate length and bounce is making him discombobulated. Right. So Bum Chum says, you studied journalism, or if not, how did you start covering West Indies cricket and other sports? Right, okay. Good question. So huh? Wait, it's not Bum Chum. I thought your name was Bum Chum, you know. Right. Okay. So, um, right. So, what was I saying? So, um, right. So let the cricket stuff first. Let's talk about that. So, West Indies cricket. West Indies cricket. I started writing a blog about West Indies cricket. I'll come back to that. Smith over the wicket to hope guides that, but backward point will feel that no run. And I wrote a blog. Started writing a blog about West Indies cricket. I want to say, I wonder where that blog is. It must be somewhere on the internet. And I wrote that back in about 2017, 2018. And it caught a bit of traction from people in cricket. So I remember I wrote the point at which I knew that what I was writing made sense and that there was potentially something I could do with it all was I wrote a 3-part breakdown on, that one has hope coming forward, then back beats him outside the off stump. End of the 20th over, West Indies 31 for 2. Oh no, 1 ball left. Sorry, it's not the end of the 20th over. And there was a 3-part series I wrote around West Indies nearly failing and then obviously qualifying for the 2019 World Cup, and like all of the drama that had happened around blackballing Pollard and Bravo and begging players like Gale and Samuels to come back for the World Cup qualifiers, etc. And I remember that after I wrote that, George beats him again, Nathan Smith. George DeBell commented on it, I think, on Twitter or something like that, and said, this is a really good read. And at the time, I was like, oh, okay. If someone like George DeBell is saying that this is a really good read, then maybe I know, like, I actually know what I'm talking about, right? So that was that. That's 2018. Now, at the same time as that was already happening, I was already working for some newspapers on covering Bromley. So I was already covering Bromley for some newspapers because basically Bromley was such a niche, still are. Through the covers there, good drive from Tajan Ryan Chanderpaul, gets 2 runs, moves to 13. Yes, I was already doing some stuff for Bromley, and then eventually I met Santoki. We started the podcast, and everything that has ever happened through sports media, whether Bromley, podcast related stuff, cricket, whatever, it's all been organic. I've never done any degree or studying of anything to do with journalism. I've got a history degree, I've got a teaching degree, and I've got common sense. That is my qualifications for journalism. And I know how to be interesting. That's it. That's it. So Duffy, round the wicket to Tage, leaves it alone. So Tage is on 11, Hope is on 11. Tage on 13, Hope is on 11, West Indies 33 for 2. The one thing about this team batting time is it's seeing off the shine of the new ball or of the ball in general. No run. Saved at short mid wicket. Duffy and who's the other guy? Who's it again? Duffy and I'll get back to it. I can't remember who the other change bowler is. Anyway, Duffy round the wicket to Chanderpaul. Bouncer left alone. That died actually when it got to Latham. Who's the other change bowler? Smith. I mean, Smith has got Hope hopping on the crease in fairness, but it's got a bit easier since Folks left the scene and Henry. Number 3 should... There is no natural number 3 in the team. Hodge and Athanaze for me are both number 5s. Subscribers, people. We've got 323 people in the live. If you're yet to subscribe, subscribe. If you're yet to hit the notification bell, hit the notification bell. If you're yet to like. If you want to join the Caribbean Cricket Podcast Patreon, Discord, become a patron. You can see the ticker tape down the bottom. Let me go into the Discord myself, see what's going on there. What's the follow-on score, by the way, people? Does anyone know? Defended by Hope, no run. I reckon half an hour more and then I can go to bed. Follow-on's got... Have we passed the follow-on already? Hey, we're moving good, boy. No matter what happens, New Zealand have to bat again. West Indies setting pace out here. Through the covers there from Hope. Not a full-blooded drive, but it'll get 2 runs all the same. Moves to 13. Right. Smith in again. Straighter. Hope looks like he's got used to, certainly in this over, has got used to the line and length that Smith is now bowling. No run. It's my birthday on Monday. There's a reason why I just said that, because there's a story that I might tell in a bit. But yeah. Oh, what was that, Hope? Did he just play inside the pull shot there? What the... Did that just catch an edge and bounce down? What's he done there? Yeah. I don't know if he's... Was he committing to the full pull shot there? Either way, bottom edges it onto the ground. Could have bottom edged it onto his stumps. He's lucky. Omega, I think West Indies will score 400. fielded at point, no run. Is that the end of the over? End of the 22nd over, West Indies 35, sorry, for 2. Didn't add the extra 2 runs. Shea Hope is on 13. Taser and Chanderpaul on 13. Dismissed batters Athanaze for 4. Bowled Matt Henry. And John Campbell for 1. Bowled Folks caught Young? No, caught. I don't know who caught it in the slips. $30 minutes more, and then I can go to bed. 30 minutes. 30 minutes till lunchtime. Duffy full. Tage is on the drive. That will probably be hauled in. The outfield is really slow. They'll come back for 3. West Indies move to 38 for 2. 3 more for Taser on Chanderpaul. He moves to 16. Good knock this so far from Tage. Got to make it count. You've been out there for 64 balls. That's the thing. Tage at his best will face enough balls on a Bukaki ting. So hopefully this is a good sign. What was the name of that girl who made 500 man bust nuts? What's her name again? Leg side, punched down the ground by Hope, met with the full face of the bat. They'll come back for 2. West Indies move to 40. Anyways, the analogy I was going to make is whatever that girl was who like made bare man bust nuts, like Tage likes to face balls like she faced balls, you know. So she faces balls and man are just busting nut and emptying nuts. Tage likes to face ball, like Tage has that level of commitment. Yeah, big up Shea. Big up Shea. 250 appearances. My man knows the real legacy of West Indies cricket. Anyways, Hope back on strike to Smith. Nice shot there by Shea. Beautiful stuff. Will it hold out in the? Will that actually get to the boundary rope? 4 runs. 4 runs. Is that our first boundary of the day? Great drive for Hope. So 4 runs for Shea. West Indies moved to 44 for 2. Duffy responds with the bouncer. Shea can easily dodge the way out of that. So West Indies 44 for 2 after 22.5 overs. Shea Hope is on 19 from 39 balls. Taser and Chanderpaul is on 16 from 64. Shea looks like he needs a trim. There must be no black barbers out there in New Zealand. Surely somebody in the West Indies team can trim hair, though. straight to delivery. And again, Shea punches that back past the bowler. They'll come back for 3. Yep, they come back for 3. Shea moves to 22. West Indies 47 for 2 after 23 overs. Yeah, it didn't come to fruition to get to New Zealand. Now I'm only 3. Oh, actually, I should tell you lot something. You lot probably don't know. I quit my job. I've handed in my notice. Not effective for like the summer. So I'm going to work the last 6 months, but I've handed in my notice. I don't know what I'm doing after that, but I quit, cuz. Quit. Can't do this slavery thing no more. Don't know how I'm going to afford my mortgage, but I quit. Down the ground again, full face of the bat Hope. That's another boundary. 4 more for Shea Hope. He moves to 26. West Indies 50 is up, 51 for 2. Yeah, to be honest, Sean, every job that I've ever had in my life, I've quit without knowing what's next. Because the argument I've always made to myself is that if you know that the job you're working isn't what you're supposed to be doing and it's not right for your soul, you quit and God will tell you what happens next. So, like I say, I've handed in my notice, so I will work out my tenure until the summer, and my feeling is that God will show me what the next step is. Within that 6-month period, God will show me the plan. So I always do this. Every single job I've ever had, I've quit without knowing what the plan is. I've waited for God to guide me. So we shall see. Gone. Oh, just dropped short. I thought he'd gone. Smith gets Hope to nick one outside the off stump. Oh, genuine edge though. Caught him on the drive. I think Hope thought he was gone. Hope was walking down the wicket as if he expected to be caught, but it's just died on second slip. Which maybe the ball is getting softer out there, because that was a healthy nick and it still didn't go through. Did I bin off this? No, Discord still exists. But the original Discord I deleted, because the original Discord that I created, it got up to a stage where there was about 300 people in the Discord, and I couldn't control it. Basically, it was too many people in the Discord. There was too many people who were on burner accounts in the Discord. I got a few messages from people in the old Discord, private messages saying to me, "Mash, do you know that there are people watching what you're saying and doing in here? Be careful." So I shut it down. Because CIA-ting. And so I started up a new one. So there is a brand new CCP Discord, but this one, to get into it, Trezeguet, if you send me a message on Instagram, I'll send you a link to it. But if you want to get into it, people, and before anyone says to me, "How comes you're giving him the link?" That's because that's my brethren from time. But if you're somebody who wants to get into it, otherwise you have to become a patron, people. Yeah, so Jewel Andrew is eligible to play for the under-19s in this upcoming World Cup. I was told a few months ago that the plan was for him to be selected for the World Cup. But I don't know now if that's still the plan. But I was told that's what they were going to do. Down the leg side-ish there by Smith, and Hope's happy to just turn that down to deep square for one. Yeah, as a vice principal, you get very good pay. I'm very well paid for my job. Like being vice principal of a secondary school, you get very well paid, albeit I'm part-time now. But thing is, everybody has to ask themselves a big question in life. Pay versus happiness. I was/am well paid for the job I do, but the job I do disrupts my peace and happiness. No money is worth disruption to your peace, well-being, and happiness. None. So I'd rather struggle and have to figure out what I'm doing than just get not lots of money, but get well paid to basically have no life. Like that sucks. That's slavery, isn't it? So yeah. Yeah, and actually, good point. All jokes aside, the blood pressure stuff in the summer was the final straw, because when I started to unpick everything about how my son, I'm an uncle out here, but I'm not old enough to be getting mad blood pressure. And when I started to look at it, I was like, it's the job. The job is what's raising my blood pressure. It's unhealthy. You don't ever become a teacher in this country. It's not healthy for your soul. Yeah, good night, Banana. Hopefully West Indies carry on doing what they're doing, so by the time you wake up again, we're in a good positions. "20 minutes to go, and then I can go to bed." TC making me try to go to another school. That's how I know. That's how I know she don't care about me. So wait, I can't say I can't say good night to Banana. So what are we saying? What are we saying, people? Lava splash on good night Banana. I think that might be lava splash still, you know. A man said good night Banana. Anyways, more runs. Who was that? Was that Hope? Hope looking comfy out there now. Have you not ever gone to Shay Hope's Instagram? Oh, he has the biggest. Let me go. Furthermore, let me go on it right now. Shay Hope has the biggest thirst trap pictures on Instagram. Let me find him. Yeah, Shay Hope. Here we go. Yeah, see, go to Shay when he's not posting cricket pictures, he just posting thirst trap pictures. I'm gonna start posting. I'm gonna start posting thirst trap pictures on the Caribbean Cricket Podcast handle. I'm not even posting no more shorts or reels or anything like that. I'm just gonna start doing them like genuine thirst trap. I'm gonna get a proper trim. I'm gonna get a proper trim, and I'm just gonna start doing enough thirst traps. Catches the outer portion of the bat there from Chanderpaul, taking a gully no run. Ooh, aiming at the pads there, Henry. Oh, they brought Henry back. I didn't even realise. It's got so comfy out there that I stopped paying attention to who was bowling. West Indies 60 for 2. We're moving comfy out. We're starting to take them there. You lot thought I was joking when I said we're going to make 400. We're really starting to take New Zealand there. I'm going to go to bed at lunchtime. By the time I wake up again for the final hour of the day's play, I'm expecting to see that we're 300 for 4. We are taking them there. Oi! What's that? I don't know what happened there, but it's gone all the way down to fine leg. Shea Hope on 31. It looks like that 100 and whatever. What's that clapping for? It looks like that 100 and whatever Shea got in India has freed him up. Was it 100? What did Shea score in India, people? Was it 129? What did he score again? Anyone remember? Oh, it's a 50-run partnership between Hope and Chanderpaul. Or punched by Hope again through the covers. He'll pick up 1. What should we do with Laws and Mackenzie heading into the Youth World Cup? The Youth World Cup is only about a month and a half away, so they just need to go into camp and get ready for it. Maybe the solution to all this is, because when you look at West Indies players' Instagram accounts, Shea is the only one that's posting proper thirst trap pictures. So maybe they all need to take a page out of Shea's book. Like, look at this. Let me see if I can put this in the camera right now. Look at this one, people. Look at that. Can you not see that? Can you see? Can you see it? Look at that thirst trap. That is a trap of the thirst. How thirsty. How raunchy. More of our players need to start posting pictures like that, and maybe their form will start picking up. You can only post pictures like that if you know you can bat and you're fully confident in your batting. So I need to see more West Indian players start posting up just thirst. Just be thirsty on Instagram with chest. Full thirst with chest is what I need to see going forward. Chanderpaul on the uppercut slap shot all the way to the boundary rope for 4. When Tasia Ryan Chanderpaul is hitting you with the uppercut slap shot, you know things are starting to get comfy out there. Right, let me take out Campbell and Athanaze now, because now some batters are actually starting to score runs. We can start to say how many runs they're actually on. West Indies 65 for 2. This is as good as it gets when you're a West Indies fan. Smith round the wicket to Chanderpaul. Dabs that into the offside. They'll go through for 1. 66 for 2. It's getting easy and raunchy out there. Chanderpaul 1 run away from his quarter century. I forgot to praise Shea Hope for getting to his quarter century. He's on 32. Nathan Smith over the wicket to Shea Hope. He's on 32 from 50. On the back foot, dabs that. No run. They've done the hard work, Hope and Chanderpaul. They've taken the shine off the ball. Once New Zealand have lost the swing, they're looking a bit ordinary here. Brian H says, Mash, you want our players to post thirst trap photos online. Have you taken a good look at most of our... So wait, so Brian is saying that other than Shea, most of our guys are ugly men. So what are we saying? There's just a bag of ugly men on our team. It gets like that, though. Anyways, I'm not posting my thirst trap. Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah, all Jimbo can post a few thirst trap pictures. What? How you mean? I'm fully behind Jimbo posting thirst trap pictures. Where are we? Ryan says, Mash, what are you thinking is good first inning score? Did you watch the preview? Did you watch our review of day one, which we posted, which we did live earlier today, Ryan? I said that I thought West Indies would make 400 runs. But a good score would be just anything over New Zealand's score would be a good score. Dropped again. Same as before. Chanderpaul's gone leg side again, tucked it to leg slip. Like he don't remember that the leg slip is there. And Tage has now been dropped on 4 and 24. That's rubbish though from Tage, because you've already been dropped in that cordon already, slip cordon, leg slip cordon. You know the man is there, and you've played that shot round the corner. Henry round the wicket again. This time, Tage probably does what he was trying to do the previous ball, turns it round the corner, bit squarer for one. Moves to 25, quarter century for Tage and Ryan Chanderpaul. OJ Shields' debut, I thought he was loose, whether out of nerves, whether out of... Oh, that was rubbish from Tage. Should have been caught twice now. Whether from nerves, whether from lack of quality, but he got better as the day went on. I suspect with OJ Shields, and this is well defended by Shea, I suspect from OJ Shields that he's going to be a bit of a golden arm bowler. So this is a lot to say based on what we've just seen in 1 innings worth of bowling and only 9 overs. But I'm also basing on what I've seen with him bowling for Jamaica. OJ Shields definitely has some unplayable deliveries in his arsenal due to the raw pace that he has. If they can harness that raw pace to ensure that he has more control, I can see how within a 9-over spell, he can produce 1 golden arm delivery. It's just whether you think the potential lack of control is offset by the fact that he might produce 1 or 2 golden arm deliveries due to his raw pace. That's my kind of take on it at the moment. We don't have much of a sample size to work on, but that's my take at the moment. Inside sources say that Sammy has offered me a job. No, never. No. Man said Shields is Tino Best. Tino Best was useless. No, I never rated Tino Best. I'd love to meet somebody who can tell me. At the time when Tino Best played, I was like, why is this man playing for West Indies? And obviously, he, like, everyone gets there on merit, right? But no, that's a... Is this the last over? I beg it's time for me to go bed. Round the wicket to Chanderpaul. Defended, no run. Mash, what do we need to do to get some of our players in the English county circuit? They need to be good. That's what we need to do. They need to be good. Wide down the leg side, no run. Oh, sorry, I meant to... What's that comment that I meant to put up? There's a comment I wanted to put up. See if I can find it. Where is it? I can't find the comment. There's a comment I wanted to put up because it relates to an episode that is coming up on CCP soon. Outside the stump, Chanderpaul plays inside the line of the delivery. Here we go. Right, so Arian says, I've been listening to some old school CC podcasts recently. I've listened to the Indo-Carib one, the Rebel one. That's about the players that went on the Rebel tour to South Africa, apartheid South Africa. The 1954 Woodhouse book recently. I don't think we appreciate how good these episodes are. Yeah, so just off the back of that, people, there's another history. I think I've said this on some episodes recently, but I don't know how many people in the live right now know this. I've got another history episode lined up with my dad. So for those of you who are familiar with Caribbean Cricket Podcast, we've done 3 history specials. We've done one on anti-colonialism. We did one on something, I can't remember what we called it, but something around the diaspora and identity. And then we did one on Walter Rodney, Life and Times of Walter Rodney, and what he can teach us about the Caribbean today. So anyways, I've spoken to my dad. We've got another episode lined up, social, cultural history episode lined up. And we're going to look at Maurice Bishop. Those of you who know your Caribbean history, former leader of Grenada, assassinated by the United States government. So we're going to look at the Grenadian Revolution or invasion, sorry, of Grenada. Going to look at the life and times of Maurice Bishop and what his rule of Grenada, sorry, can teach us about the Caribbean. So my dad's going to lock in for that episode. So I don't know if there's any Grenadians in the chat right now. But yeah, look out for that episode, people. We're going to be landing that one. We'll probably do it live. I don't think we'll do it recorded, but we're going to be landing that one soon. We did one on Lawrence Rowe. We did an episode on Lawrence Rowe. We did a round table one on Lawrence Rowe and if the Jamaican government should like allow him, basically. So we've done that episode as well. That was a really good one as well, actually. Oh, Shay again on the expansive drive. pulls out of it. He might say pulled out of it. Surely this is love. Why are we still playing? What's going on here? Shay's done that a lot, you know, where he's just swiping and slashing outside his off stump. Like, he's got away with it probably 5 or 6 times. He's got away with it quite a lot, you know, Shay. But I can't work out if Shay is swiping at it, but knowing he's not going to hit it. Yeah, something's wrong with Shay's eyes, you know. Maybe his eyes is watering. Well, behind that one, Shay, no ram. So, is this the final ball of the session? Chanderpaul has faced 82 balls for his 25 runs. Defended, actually like checked punch, and actually they'll come back for 2. No, or did they stop at 1 there? Just 1. End of the over. Is that the end of the over? No, one more ball. Is this the final ball? One more ball. Round the wicket to Taser and Chanderpaul. Plays inside the line. Is that it? And that is it, people. That is the end of the first session. West Indies took 3 balls this morning to bowl out New Zealand for 2-3-1. Jaden Seals taking the final wicket. And then West Indies were, this session, they have faced 30 overs and made 68 runs. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 29 overs and made 68 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. John Campbell went early inside the first over, maybe the second over for 1. Athanaze came out, faced about 30 odd balls, never looked truly comfortable at the crease, eventually started wafting at ones outside his off stump, which is where he usually gets out. He was caught at he played late on one that swung inside from Matt Henry, and at that point West Indies were 10 for 2. But since then, Shai Hope and Taser and Chanderpaul have basically played balls, played time, and dug in and played themselves in. As the session has gone on, the ball has stopped swinging. Once Henry and Foulkes had bowled their first spell out, Smith and Duffy came on, and truth be told, it relieved the pressure somewhat. And you can tell by the economy. Matt Henry, 11 overs, 1 for 17. Zach Foulkes, 7 overs, 1 for 7. But then look at Nathan Smith, 7 overs, none for 26. Jacob Duffy, 4 overs, none for 16. So Smith and Duffy have released the pressure. Tasia's soaked up the balls, and Hope hasn't looked completely fluent, has been hopping and skipping on the crease a bit, but has led the way with 33 runs at the end of the first session. Again, people, Santoki and I said it on the review show earlier today when we posted it, when we went live. West Indies, I can't remember the last time West Indies were this competitive in New Zealand consistently. We've had a day and a session's worth of play, and as things stand right now, West Indies are fully involved in this match. They're not out of it, and they are looking like they're going to make New Zealand work. If we're going to lose, they're at least going to make New Zealand work to beat us. People, I'd love to say to you that after 40 minutes, you'll see me come back on to do the second session, but come on, allow me. I've done 2 hours and 31 minutes of Test cricket, 2 hours and 31 minutes of a live watch along of an entire first session. I leave the cricket now in the hands of you lot who are likely in the Caribbean, because it's only what in Jamaica it's 7 o'clock in the evening. In the Eastern Caribbean it's 8 o'clock. So I'll leave it to you lot. I'll wake up in about 6 hours or so and catch the last 30 minutes or so of play, and then watch the highlights of what's going on. But thank you everyone for joining me. If you haven't done so on the way out before I lock off this live, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, etc, 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 and I'll see you all very, very soon.
West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.